2, 1.
Joshua Kline, YouTube the world. We're back, baby. We're back.
Let's go. We're here. Hey, it's been a long time coming, but Social Sports Hour is back, and so is the NFL.
Is this officially season 2?
I don't know at this point what season we're on.
Are we syndicated? I don't think so.
I don't know. All I'm saying is we're back. That's all that matters. And sports are here. So, Patrick, what's the first thing on the agenda?
First thing on the agenda, NFL recap. We have some topics to get into.
Yes.
And can we do a little congratulations first?
To who?
Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for being in the last place for the first time since 2015.
Kansas City Chiefs in last place. It's, you hate to see it. You love to see it. Patrick Mahomes making bad throws. I mean, he at this point, like, you knew the crazy stuff he tries to do was going to eventually start catching up with him, and that's what it's doing. I mean, he's trying to make these impossible things, impossible throws. Granted, tip ball interception.
Yeah.
Happens,
what do you?
But it wasn't a good throw to begin with.
I just want to say, Josh, it's a lot easier to play quarterback in the NFL when you actually look at the receiver.
That's how it. And now, granted, my quarterback draft run was short-lived.
It was
documentary coming out soon, but one thing I tried to do when I was training to play the quarterback position was look. And granted, now that
huge part, Josh, it's a huge part.
And by the way, making my comeback starting this Saturday, Flag Football League.
Really,
starting quarterback's not going to be there, so who's going to have to pick up the mantle? That's going to be me.
This could be a Drew Bledsoe to Tom Brady situation.
And that's what we'll have to see. Listen, I try to stay ready, but we'll see what happens.
Just want to say the Chiefs are now 0-1. They've lost 100% of their games since Jackson Mahomes stumped a water bottle on a Baltimore Ravens fan.
You can't be doing that. Jackson Mahomes is an embarrassment to that franchise.
Is he an embarrassment to the league?
Oh, for sure. He definitely is bad look on football. I think that you got to, if you're the Chiefs, you trade Patrick Mahomes. Or you make them sign some sort of agreement that legally separates them, so he's no longer his brother. And I think that's the only thing you can do. The Chiefs might be bad forever because of this, Or sorry, they'll be good. I just don't think they win another Super Bowl. Not like they're gonna.
It would be really cool.
Yeah.
I just want to say it would be really cool to have somebody that would support my team as much as Jackson does. But I don't need all the TikTok.
And
I don't need the water bottles.
Yeah, and listen,
we call that locker room material.
Yeah, they're going to be good. Chiefs are going to be good. They're not going to win Super Bowl, and they're not going to be good like the Panthers, who, by the way, hottest team in football. You get Sam Darnold outside of Jets, get rid of Adam Gase, and we're looking at a whole new man.
Whoa, we thought Matthew Stafford was the winner of the offseason.
Yeah.
No. It was Sam Darnold. Who would have thought Charlotte was the most beautiful place in the whole wide world?
I was in North Carolina just the other week, and I was saying,
were you really, Josh?
Yeah, I was just last week. I was in North Carolina, and I said, you know what, this place, nice place. And listen, when Sam Darnold came there, fans were, they were a little bit skeptic, but now it seems like he's their guy. Losing Christian McCaffrey hurts. But
is that what the sources on the ground told you there, Josh?
That's what this seems like. They're like, hey, this guy
per source,
still unproven.
Right.
He's still got some ways to go, but he might be their guy. And so we'll see what happens. So as Sam Darnold though, he's on the rise. Another quarterback is on a fall tripping over nothing if we had to be exact. And it's tough. It's tough to see. Tough to watch as a fan of football.
As a fan of football, this one's tough because this is we finally reached the point where now in the offseason, getting in the best shape of our life or gaining a lot of weight and saying that we bulked up, it just no longer is good enough. No. It no longer is good enough. No. And that's because Big Ben looks 150 years old.
I wouldn't say 150, 139, 141.
I apologize.
In that range would probably be more accurate. But I think that you gotta think that is this even his team anymore, or are they gonna hand the reins over to,
Hey, you know what? It's a great idea, Josh.
what's that?
Let's hand the reins over to a former first round failure, Dwayne Haskins.
Exactly. I think it's his team by now. Juju Smith-Schuster's on my fantasy team, and turns out if you don't have a quarterback who can throw to him, he's pretty useless. And,
Generally is tough.
And
yeah.
so, listen, as a Ravens fan, I'm like, hey, screw you, Steelers. But it is it's sad to see because Ben, he's turned himself around here lately. Found the Lord, stopped. He's speaking out against things that I agree. I'm like, hey, good for Ben, but also, I'm just I
also love Steelers fans, and I want to say this. Okay. I know there's a lot of Ravens. Look, we're Ravens fans.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of annoying Ravens fans on Twitter. I know there's a lot of annoying every fan on Twitter, right? But watching Steelers fans, when they lose, they go, yeah, congratulations on beating a defense that was down 4 starters. And it's like they think the world revolves around them. And can we put in the Stephen A. Smith meme? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. And
nobody cares.
Steelers in last place in the AFC North. You lose to the Bengals.
Josh, when was the last time they were in last place in the AFC North? Oh wait, it was only 2 years ago. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I think that if Steelers, they're in a rough patch here. I think that Ben he's on the way down. He's on the decline. Actually, he might already be at the bottom. I'm not sure yet.
So only up from here.
That's a great point. I would not comment on that situation. But yeah, Steelers last place, not getting it done. Ravens though, as we said, hey, Justin Tucker, man.
In Tucker we trust, baby. In Tucker we trust.
Justin Tucker. Listen, here's the thing. I was in the car for that game.
What?
Hollywood Brown. I was in the car driving.
What?
No, I wasn't driving, but I was in the back seat. Coming from North Carolina, watching this game. And what happened was I was watching the game, and I watched Hollywood Brown drop a couple passes that he absolutely needed to catch. And I said, you know what? This is our game to lose. And Lamar Jackson comes out there, last drive, 4th and long.
Whoa, Josh. Wait, Lamar Jackson, I thought he can't throw.
Well, that's what they were all saying, but turns out he just doesn't have people who can catch the ball. So Lamar comes out, can't throw, allegedly, throws, first down,
first down other team. It had to get intercepted, right?
No. This was a first down. Throws it. Catches the ball. I think Sammy Watkins. Maybe.
Shout out Sammy.
Great addition. Catches it, and now, hey, we're lining up. It's a 66-yard field goal. So people are like, hey, we're not in field goal range. And there's, they down the ball. Some people are thinking, hey, maybe we should just run one more play throw for the end zone. We have a better chance of a Hail Mary here than a field goal, right?
Wrong. No, Josh. That's
Wrong.
Disgusting. That's disgusting to not trust your kicker like that.
Slander. We send out the man with ice in his veins. Justin Tucker missed a kick earlier. Doesn't matter. He goes out there, lines it up. He kicks it. Hits the post. I'm convinced it's a miss.
It's a miss.
But what does that ball do? It just trots right on over the crossbar. It's good. 66-yard field goal for the win. And I'm ecstatic. Granted, too close of a game against the Lions makes you think, are the Lions okay? I think they're better than usual. But yeah, Ravens, they get
It was a trap game. It was a trap game.
It was. Ravens get the dub. And you know what? I don't think they got a lot of respect from the media after that. Colin Cowherd doesn't even put them on their top 10. You know who is on that top 10? Broncos. Broncos are at number 4. Broncos have played a combined 0-9 teams. So I just don't want to hear, listen, are the Broncos good?
Right.
Not sure. I'm not sure. They haven't really played anybody to prove to me that they are. But, did they kind of mess up, my imaginary bets last week with the the Jets plus 10.5? They did. So,
right. Well, Josh, I just want to say, does this name ring a bell to you?
What's that?
kicker Mark Mosley.
Who?
You're right. You don't even know who he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's the only kicker to ever win MVP. I think we formally start the campaign for Justin Tucker to be the MVP.
Now, that's a tough one. That's a tough one for sure. I get behind it. I think if we're talking about MVP for the last 10 years, maybe Justin Tucker. Here's the thing though, I can't say that he's gonna be MVP because I have faith that the Ravens, we're not gonna kick any more field goals for the rest of the year.
Don't need him, right?
We don't need him. So that's why I'm gonna say I can't get behind this train because we're gonna finish up our drives next week and we're not even gonna need a kicker. If he played on any other, it's unfortunate for Justin because he played on any other team, he might get that MVP because he's that kind of guy. Right. Not the Ravens, not this year.
Right. I mean, if this was the Texans, instead of punting from our own 40, I mean, we would just be sending out Tucker every time. We'd be like, we got to the 40, boom, kick.
Might as well shoot our shot.
Right.
Yeah. So it's going to be, it's a shame for Justin, but yeah.
But Josh, you said something about those Broncos, right? Yeah. You said they've played teams that are 0-9, right? They played the Jets and the Jags are two of those teams.
Yeah.
Are they going to win a game? I don't know because I think there might be a curse down in Jacksonville now, and I think it might be the Tim Tebow curse.
The Tebow curse. Now listen, you cut a guy like Tim Tebow, you're going to get cursed. It's inevitable. And so, sorry, I'm hearing stuff out. It's distracting. It's distracting right now. But yes,
distraction in the studio. That can't happen.
Can't happen. I'm sorry.
This is a professional
sports show. Yes, of course. Right. You cut Tim Tebow, you're gonna get cursed. And the Jets are the Jets. So it's it's really just hard to say. There is really something going on outside.
What is going on?
Well, let me tell you. There's an assassin game going on, 4th floor wide.
That did not sound right when that first came out.
Assassin game.
Yeah, normally when you start with that on a college campus, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, well, it's an assassin game. 4th floor wide, both girls' dorms, guys' dorms. I'm still in it, playing for keeps. I got my guy this morning.
So this is like a high school senior game.
Yeah, kind of. But it's been
So you're telling me a bunch of
college kids
are playing a high school game.
And by the way, it's because it's a whole lot of Chick-fil-A gift cards that are at stake.
See, no. That had to be number one because now this changes everything.
So people are intense about it. A lot. It's intense. I'm still in. I got the ROTC guys after me though, and so it's one of those things where today I was walking around. They had a full military operation trying to get me. Snuck out a couple side doors. Was able to maneuver out of them, and so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'll let the audience know how it goes for me. I'm just happy to make it this far, and I'm happy to be here. I think though I have a legit chance.
That's great, Josh. I'm so happy that you might win the Chick-fil-A.
Thank you.
That's great.
Back to the Jets though. Jets, Jags. they're not very good.
Right. That sums it up. They're not good.
Yeah.
Right. You know who is good, though? Tom Brady. He makes his return.
Yeah, Tom Brady makes his return after coming off a tough loss to what potentially people are saying is the best team in football.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
No.
Pound the Patriots?
Listen, Patriots, I would not pound the Patriots.
Okay, so we're not thinking.
I'm thinking that Tom Brady comes in and murders his old team. I think that... in Foxborough, who's better? Who has more experience playing in Foxborough, Brady or Mac Jones?
Some would argue Tom Brady, yeah.
Some would argue that, exactly. And so that's what I'm saying. I think that what is happening in the studio right? I'm sorry.
Is there an earthquake?
This can't be how we come back. But no.
This is a professional show and we're going downhill. Yeah, no matter how much we try to prep, no matter how much we try to do something the right way here, it always...
Dang it. It's
I
okay.
think it's funny. It's hilarious.
I say we just go into the segment. We got a segment for you guys. We got a game. It's called, ready for this? You guys aren't going to believe this. It's called
Boom.
Rookie or Cookie. Basically, here's what's going to happen. Patrick and we're going to show you a rookie quarterback, or any rookie. And then we're also going to show you a cookie. Now, we're not saying that the cookie is like the rookie. We're just saying which one would we take if we had a choice right now. But like, do we like the cookie more or do we like the rookie more? It's not that complicated. And we're not talking about nutritional stuff. We're talking about nutritional stuff it plays some part. We're talking about flavor. We're talking about snackability, all these other factors.
I think what Josh is saying is they're just random cookies, random rookies. We just paired them up.
Yes, exactly. And now, listen, there is a little bit of comparison, a little bit. I will say the selection that went into which cookies go to which rookies was thought about a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't want to hear, no, actually, Fudge Stripes are more like this quarterback and then this quarterback. No, that's not the point of the game, guys. So we're going to get into it. So first,
rookie or cookie?
Rookie or cookie. First thing we have here, Trevor Lawrence, Jaguars quarterback, or Oreos. Now, Oreos.
Hey, Josh, let's
talk about Oreos.
Yeah.
An all-time classic. Some would argue the best cookie. Trevor Lawrence, the most hyped up college quarterback in several years, comes out here, 669 yards throwing right now, 5 touchdowns.
I mean, look, Josh,
7 interceptions, 54 pass completion percentage.
But Josh, that's a nice passing yard number. That's a nice number.
Exactly. But it's one of those things where Oreos, I know, are going to deliver. Trevor Lawrence, he's been kind of a letdown versus what we thought we'd see from him, I feel like.
Let's put it like this. Right now, if I go somewhere, what am I buying? I'm buying a proven product. I'm buying the Oreos. I'm not buying an 0-3 starting quarterback. Oreos.
So you're taking. Listen, I'll be honest with you. If you ask me this draft night, I'm taking Trevor Lawrence. I think the ceiling is so high. But now I'm thinking the Jaguars are just such a crappy team. I'd taken the Oreos here too. Now I'm talking about original Oreos. We're not talking about that double stuff. We're talking about
the classic.
The classic. Now, looking at this next one, we have Bears quarterback Justin Fields or the Loft House cookies. Those are the cookies that you find when you go to the Walmart, you Food Lion. They're usually sitting there kind of like between like the produce, like bread kind of area.
Josh, can I say something?
What's that?
I think those Loft House cookies are overrated. I really do. And I don't think Justin Fields is overrated because he had 1 passing yard last week.
Yeah.
This is a tough decision, Josh.
Tough decision because, listen, Loft House cookies for me, I go and there was a time in my life where I loved a Loft House cookie, man. You show up to, somebody's house for a football game and they have a Loft House cookies.
Right.
Now, granted, I had them recently, and I'm like, okay, these weren't as good as I remembered. Maybe I'm
right, but you're in 9th grade. You show up. It's a Sunday afternoon. And there's Loft House cookies. Joshua Kline is all in.
I'm all in, but now I'm like, okay, I'd rather have a lot of other cookies other than the Loft House cookies. But listen, Justin Fields was not very impressive at all. Now, granted, does he play for potentially a terrible offense? Absolutely.
Terrible coach.
Terrible coach. But, I mean, you can't
Josh, I'm going Justin Fields. I'd rather take Justin Fields.
I'm be honest with you. This is a tough one for me. But, because Justin Fields, I don't know where he goes from here. But, honestly, you're right. I'm going to go Justin Fields here.
Boom, Justin Fields, baby.
And hope he gets better. Hope.
Right. No. I like that. Now, Josh, this is where we go from here. We go Eagles rookie receiver DeVonta Smith, won the Heisman Trophy last year, or we go Fudge Stripes.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, looking at the calorie to reception ratio, I think it's a pretty even match.
Yeah, it's definitely this is one of the closest ones on here. Fudge Stripes are delicious. reliable. They're never like, they're not a number 1 overall pick cookie.
Neither was DeVonta Smith.
Neither was DeVonta Smith. DeVonta Smith had some draft questions going to draft. His frame is too small.
Right.
He's been balling out. The only thing for DeVonta Smith is, I think he needs to bulk up, and I think that.
But is that a year 2 jump?
That's a great question as well. But I'm not a big fan of the guy who's throwing to him.
Very true.
True. that's another thing you have to take in mind. Fudge Stripes are reliable. DeVonta Smith, has a couple good games. Also, I think that touchdown. Oh no, that's right. One touchdown. I'll be honest with you. I want the Fudge Stripes here.
I disagree. I'm going to DeVonta Smith because it's like boom, big play potential.
Fudge Stripes, I think they're delicious. DeVonta Smith, I think his quarterback and I think his frame might eventually catch up to him. And once he starts getting double teamed, he doesn't have the manpower to overpower them.
But neither does a Fudge Stripe.
Well, Fudge Stripes are delicious. That's what. So now, okay. Well, now listen. Now we go on. We got a couple left. Now, I'm sorry if your favorite rookie wasn't included on this list, guys. There's a lot of rookies, and Josh didn't have a lot of time. But we got Jamar Chase, Bengals wide receiver, Chips Ahoy. Chips Ahoy, a classic cookie. I would say, other than Oreos, they're synonymous with you go to the store, you get a cookie. Jamar Chase, 11 receptions, 220 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jamar Chase is, other than his preseason, is having almost as good of a rookie year as a receiver as you could have.
Josh, can we not overthink this? Can we not overthink this?
What's
Jamar
that?
Chase is clearly the option here. 4 touchdowns, 11 receptions, 220 yards. Okay, boom. And I want to say this: Chips Ahoy, they're not that good.
What?
I just want to say that. I don't think they're that good. I think they're hard. I think they're kind of stale.
Have you ever
I don't think they're good. But you know who is very good? It's Jamar Chase.
Now, have you ever had the chewy Chips Ahoy?
No. Don't even give me that because you said this is not double stuffed Oreos. You said no. So you can't go special selection on the Chips Ahoy here. Look, you're the one that made the PowerPoint. You could have chose the special edition Chips Ahoy. No, you went plain. And you know what's not plain? Jamar Chase, because he's really good.
Jamar Chase is really good. You're right. I'm gonna take Jamar Chase. Good call. Okay, moving on. Last one. Sorry, somebody was trying to walk into my room. Professional sports show, guys.
You are like on edge right now with the game.
I don't know what's happening. You can't come get me in my room. That's not so.
Studio, professional show.
Exactly. So, last we have Jets quarterback Zach Wilson and vanilla Wafers, plain vanilla Wafers.
Yeah, Josh. I'm gonna go with the vanilla Wafers here, solely off because I think they might be able to play quarterback better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, I'm not agreeing with that. This is a tough one for me. Vanilla Wafers are surprisingly, like, if I had just vanilla Wafers, like, there's a time where, like, those things, because they dissolve in your mouth, they can be good sometimes. Now, Zach Wilson, he's playing for a tough franchise to play for. Sam Darnold left.
I agree with that.
Left the Jets, and now we're talking about Sam Darnold, like, the guy.
He's good.
Right. And so it's really tough. Look, he's put up a decent amount of passing yards, a couple touchdowns, better completion percentage than Trevor Lawrence, and 7 interceptions. You can't have that. I'm going to take the vanilla Wafers here as well.
Easy call.
Because here's the thing.
What is going on?
I have no idea. What's happening? What? Peter's not here.
Peter's not.
Wait.
Peter's not in the room.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll see ya. Vanilla Wafers are sometimes good. Zach Wilson has never been good. And for that reason, I take vanilla Wafers over Zach Wilson. Now, granted, we're talking about a serving size of 8 as well. Listen,
Right.
serving size of 8 cookies is a good serving size. That's better than that 3. That's better than that 2.
That is a huge.
And so, yeah, you take that. I mean, low total fat, low total sugar. It's one of those things where the numbers for Nilla wafers are better, and sometimes they're actually pretty solid. So, and that has been concluded. The first segment of the Social Sports Hour this season. Rookie or cookie?
What a show! What a show this was! What a show!
Wow, I'm pleased with that. Listen, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Social Sports Hour is back. Posted twice a week as regular. And also, hey, look out this week because Josh Kline's Pizza Pick of the Week is coming back. And
boom,
maybe a new part of the show, the Pizza Parlay of the Week. What? Exactly. Hey, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Subscribe. And then also let us know what you'd like to see on the show. And if you have something you want to see, we'd love to hear.
Yeah. Know any famous friends?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Peace.
Peace.